fellow Star Warriors, Starter here. In case you don't know, a couple weeks ago, I launched a poll to celebrate 100 subscribers, where all of you got to vote on what episode you wanted to see next. As you can already tell from the title, the Darth Jar Jar theory turned out to be the sole winner. Anyway, let's get into the theory. Oh, and by the way, I also launched a giveaway for 100 subs, so click the link in the description, or click the thumbnail at the end of the video to check that out. Here, I will seek to establish that Jar Jar Binks, far from being simply the bumbling idiot as he portrays himself as, is in fact a highly skilled Force user in terms of martial ability and mind control. Furthermore, I assert that he was not, as many people assume, just an unwitting political tool manipulated by Palpatine. Rather, he and Palpatine were very likely in collaboration from the very beginning. It is entirely plausible that Palpatine was a subordinate underling to Binks throughout both trilogies. And finally, given the above, I will conclude with an argument as to why I believe it is not only possible, but plausible that Jar Jar Binks will make a profound impact on the upcoming movies and what his role may be. Now, let's get into the theory. Let's start off with some particular scenes. For example, in one instance, he single-handedly executes an amazing 20-foot somersault in the air. Now, let's look at where we've seen that move before. Notice anything? Every single character to execute that move has either been a Jedi or Sith, making us wonder if he really is the bumbling idiot we've seen before. Also, let's take a look at his battlefield luck.
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
That's right, Obi-Wan. There is no such thing as luck. You'd have to be incredibly skilled in order to pull off moves like this. Clearly, he couldn't have done this himself, as the airhead we portray him as, so let's take a look at how he did it. We know that the Jedi were based on Shaolin monks, and me, and others, believe that Jar Jar may have been inspired by a martial arts form called Zu Quan. Think about it. All you have to do is take a look at these side-by-side clips to know the truth. Similar to my previous karate classes, Zu Quan uses staggering and stumbling as momentum to confuse opponents and be extremely unpredictable. And fine, I admit that just use the part about staggering and stumbling in karate. You know, not really the beating the opponent's part. Anyway, Jar Jar seems to be very good at beating his opponents. In another scene, Jar Jar seems to fall off a bridge, although this has been done before on purpose by the Jedi. Jar Jar also ends up in a totally different place from before, which raises the question, is he really bad at staying still, or is he hiding something? We also see multiple battle droids shooting at him and then following them with his head. Jar Jar could have, and most likely did, use the iconic Force jump that we've seen before, later throughout the films. Jar Jar is seen using hand motions, or more likely, Jedi mind tricks. This is seen when he is promoted to General, when he is promoted to Senator, and when he is trying to convince an entire galaxy to get the clone army that would eventually put Palpatine in power. Which brings us to our next section. It is very possible that Jar Jar is not only working with Palpatine, but possibly the Sith Master above Palpatine, and that he's really the apprentice and pawn of Jar Jar. You may not have noticed it, but Jar Jar follows Palpatine everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Even after Qui-Gon's funeral, seconds after Yoda explains that there are always two, a Sith Master and an apprentice, Jar Jar is seen right beside Palpatine before he's even supposed to know who Palpatine is. Not to mention that Jar Jar and Palpatine are from the same planet. Out of millions of planets throughout the galaxy, Jar Jar and Palpatine are both from Naboo. Not to mention that Jar Jar is the one to speak out, abandon democracy, and give Palpatine emergency power, ultimately leading to Palpatine's takeover of the galaxy with the Galactic Empire. The actor who played Jar Jar even explains a deleted scene where Jar Jar and Palpatine walk in secret, and Palpatine thanks Jar Jar for putting him in power. He also says that George Lucas made big changes to the prequels because of backlash. Also, whenever you think a Sith is the master, you always find out later on that there is someone controlling them the whole time. You think Darth Vader is the Sith Master, and then it is revealed that Darth Sidious is actually the Master. You think Darth Maul is it, then Palpatine is actually the mastermind. Even Padme has a decoy queen, and Padme just pretended to be her servant in case there was an assassination attempt on the queen. Sound familiar? So what we can conclude from this is that the one controlling everything, the real Phantom Menace, the real Sith Master, was Jar Jar Binks, all along. Subscribe to Started for weekly Star Wars videos. If you enjoyed, remember to check out my giveaway winner announcement video on the left, as well as checking out my Supreme Leader Snoke identity theory on the right. What did you think of the theory? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you, always.